Hey, welcome into this week's Chug and Chan. I'm out here, countryside. You know where I reside. Yes, it's cousin Randy, your favorite relative, coming with the heaters from everyone to the NFL. And I got one for the new anointed prince of football. Well, we'll see. Can he be it? Let me chug this. Then we're going to chant. Woo, all right. Trevor Lawrence, you're supposed to be the next guy. Andrew Luck, John Elway, and you. 3 highest prospect ratings ever given out in the NFL draft. Supposed to be you, baby. Where were you last year? I've seen so many better rookies perform. Davis Mills performed better than you last year, and he was a 3rd or 4th round draft pick. You're supposed to be the guy. I don't care about Urban Meyer. I don't care about your weapons. Joe Burrow was great until he got hurt his rookie season. Where were you? Andrew Luck, great rookie season. All right. You didn't even show flashes of greatness. You were 28th in QBR. 28th. All right. There was way worse QBs that played better than you. All right. You threw 12 touchdowns. 12. There's 17 games. Oh, and speaking of 17 games, you threw 17 interceptions last year. So 5 more interceptions than touchdowns. Where were you, big guy? All right. You're more athletic than this. You're more gifted than this. Start being a leader instead of some long-haired pretty boy. Only I can handle that. All right. Trevor Lawrence, coming for you, man. Jaguars revamped that whole offense this year. Got you a new offensive head coach. You better perform this year because it's all on your shoulders, big man. G-Man, T-Money. Where do you stand, Trevor Lawrence? Hot seat this year as a QB? I think so.
And hey, man, T-Money. Randy was fired up today and funny.
He was.
Funny as usual.
Yeah.
I like the newly appointed Prince of Football, Trevor Lawrence. That was funny.
Yeah.
Where were you, big guy? That was funny.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Trevor Lawrence, your guy? I don't know if I don't know. What do you think?
Well, Randy says, hey, is he on the hot seat this year? I don't know if I'd say he's on the hot seat because that team has all kinds of problems. It's kind of like what we talked about in the NFL rundown. But some of these guys are on bad teams, and I think he just tries to do too much. I think he has the skills, and I think he's going to develop as long as this team gets better. But he's on this terrible team. He's trying to, you look at some of the plays where he makes mistakes, and you talk about all the interceptions. I think he thinks he's a Clemson man that he could do this himself, and he just needs more of a team around him to pull this together. Yes, is Pederson a step up from Urban Meyer? Yes, he's part of that Andy Reid, the Andy Reid tree. He's part of that tree. So he's coming off of that, and he's had success in the NFL. He's won at Philly. So I think they're going to be better. I think he's going to help. I think it's a step up. But I think just Trevor just kind of settling in, not trying to do too much.
No, I actually agree with you. I think he does try to do too much. I mean, he was 17th in yards last year with a very, very mediocre wide receiver class. Maybe not even mediocre. That's too strong of a word. One of the worst in the league and a terrible offensive line. So I'm going to give the guy credit. Like he can play 17th in yards, but you got to do a little bit better than that. But he also ran for over 300 yards. So the guy can use his legs. I think they should do a little more designed run type stuff. I wouldn't mind a little like Kyler Murray, Josh Allen action with Trevor Lawrence because the guy is a skilled runner and you could use his legs more. So Trevor Lawrence is definitely not on the hot seat. I don't agree with that. But he's just got to improve. This team is improved now. They put some better pieces around him. I'm not a fan of the wide receiver class, but it upgraded.
Yeah. Well, they got Christian Kirk in there. They got Zay Jones.
Yeah. So
and they added Evan Ingram.
Exactly. They're solid. So he should have weapons around him, and they'll go get him a wide receiver the next few years in the draft. So I like Trevor Lawrence. I think he's got to be a little more vocal of a leader. He doesn't seem like vocal enough to me when I see him in press conferences or out on the sidelines. He's more of a lead by example guy. So love to see him be a little more, take control of the team. But now that Urban Meyer is gone, I think a lot's going to be better because Urban Meyer was not a good coach. So excited for Trevor Lawrence's next year.
Yeah, I think Peterson, his approach, the players like him. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be able to implement his vision because players like working with him.
And he's won a Super Bowl.
Just the way, and I think that's part of it. It's the way that he it's not like he knows the game. Okay. I think Urban Meyer knew the game. It's just in their approach is different. You know, when you try to implement things, if you're in business or in sports, you have to work with people. You got to make it a team. You got to respect people, and you work together. And I think that Peterson has that kind of approach. That'll be better for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm excited for Lawrence. I think in the next few years here, he's going to start living up to somewhat of the hype, that he had. But Jacksonville, he's digging out of a big hole right now. So let's cut him some slack.
Jacksonville, 16th out of 16 AFC teams last year, 3-14. Can they get to 9-8 and make the playoffs? That would be a big year for that team.